Let's start with Sun.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Hi, Ruben. Obviously, Chido Obi's not been able to travel. He wasn't included in the squad. What was the club's thinking behind making that decision at the time?
It's a different context. In that moment, Rasmus and Josh was playing in the same position. So we tried to manage all the things, even the expectations of the kids. So was that the context was completely different, and we choose different players.
Jack Fletcher was added to the squad. Why hasn't he travelled out here?
Sorry?
Jack Fletcher, I believe he was added.
He didn't train with us, and he had the game before Fulham. We want some imagine Amas is here today. In the last game against Fulham, we want Amas also, but because he played all the game against Arsenal, he was not in our squad. We try to manage all the teams there and try to imagine the substitutions. And we know to bring some players is a big step, and we are taking care of the expectation of the kids.
Thank you.
Paul.
Hi Ruben, it is quite a small squad and a relatively inexperienced squad in some parts. How much of a challenge is that for you, given how important the game is?
But we have a lot of experience, and Mate is a young player, but he has a lot of experience, and we are ready because the good thing to play in Premier League, we are ready for everything. So it's a big challenge. We are going to face a very good team, really intense, with a lot of experience, international players. But we are ready because we face that teams every weekend.
Rob.
Hi Ruben, can I just ask about the two injured players, Harry Maguire and Manu Ugarte? Are they long problems, or they're not going to be out?
Small things. So we are being careful with because in this moment we cannot allow us to lose more players for a long time. So we are taking care of them in Carrington, and they cannot play this game because it will be a great risk.
Dave.
Hi Ruben. I think you said in your Sky interview yesterday, or whenever you did it, that you're building something bigger here than just winning a cup this season. But surely the here and now, this competition is vital for the future of the club, not least in terms of the financial aspect of it. It's worth up to maybe £100 million for the club if you go all the way and win this competition and get a Champions League place, but also in terms of attracting the very best players next season. So in that context, do you kind of understand or accept that it's so important for the club to win this competition?
That is clear. I think it's not the crucial thing for the future of the club. That is my view, and I'm here for 3 months, and I think that is clear. But I understand is a massive difference in our season, especially because we are out of the cups in the bad position in the league. That could change a lot of things, even the way they see the coach. So I know that is a massive pressure. But I will say it again: Manchester United can have that can call all the best players even without Champions League in the future. We have to change a lot of things, and we're trying to do that. So I think that there is more important things than win cups in this moment. That is my feeling. But I understand that winning Europa League can change everything for us in the next season.
Lauren.
Hi Ruben. I know you've sort of addressed this, but was there any temptation to bring some of the academy players with you just in case you might need them in the match like this, or you just don't think that they're ready for this kind of occasion?
Again, I'm trying to, when I put the squad, I see the players that I have that train with us, and then I imagine the substitutions. That's why sometimes I call it 1 or 2, and then I'm trying to see if they train with us, and then I trying to see if they come here to play or to be on the bench for you guys to be like seeing a lot of youth. I'm trying to manage everything. I know that is a big step for them, and I'm trying to cope with everything. So when I do my squad, I trying to think in every aspect of the formation of a kid, our squad, and not what is going to look like really well with the fans and the media.
Hi Ruben. I just wonder, for the likes of Josh, Rasmus and Alejandro, what needs to happen either for them or the team to really unlock them in terms of their goal scoring and to get them, in better opportunities?
Sometimes there are things that is hard to explain. For example, before the last match, we had some games without opportunities and create chances, and that is impossible for them to score. So it's a team thing. But I felt like in the last game sometimes it's a luck. The way we kick the ball a little bit a meter more inside, we had opportunities to score. We didn't score. Sometimes it's really that's it. One thing is to create situations. We created in the last game, but in certain moments we need a little bit luck to score one. And then when you score one, you take out of the big pressure and you score 2 or 3 in the next games.
Matthijs, can I just ask you as well, how are you settling into life in Manchester, and how do you compare kind of the scrutiny and the pressure on the club and yourself compared to clubs you've been at, like Bayern Munich, Juventus, Ajax?
Yeah, I think I'm settling in really well. Obviously, I've been here now, what is it, maybe 6-7 months also. I think we have a really nice team, really nice group. Obviously, the season until now is not what we expected. So yeah, with that comes a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism, what is normal in football, I think. And yeah, for me, it's not different because I've been in clubs where you have to win the title every year. So that's not something different than before. But obviously, being in the place where we are in the Premier League is quite different. But yeah, you have to keep going. You have to work hard and as a team improve. And then hopefully the results will come.
James.
Matthijs, just following on from that, obviously you've come in at a time where it's probably been the most turbulent season the club have had in the Premier League era. Has it been a bit of a shock to the system for you at times, having to cope with what the team's been through?
I wouldn't call it a shock. What I said, obviously, you would have expected a little bit better the way it is at the moment. But yeah, it's the Premier League where you're playing in. And the Premier League is, you can't be at 99% of the day because then you lose games against the teams that are in the Premier League. So obviously into this season, in a lot of games we haven't been good enough. So we know that. We try to improve as a team, try to improve as an individual, what also is really important, I think. And then in the end, it has also sometimes a little bit to do with luck also, I think. But we all know that we have to improve and to become better. But I'm now talking about the Premier League, but I think tomorrow is another chance to show our worth in a European competition. Until now we haven't lost a game, so hopefully we can keep it that way and get a good result.
Martin.
Yeah, hi Matthijs. Just on that same topic, after Sunday, this looks like your best chance of being back in Europe next season. How important is that for the players to have European football?
Yeah, that's obviously that's the consequence. If you win the tournament, that's what you refer to. I think you go to the Champions League, but I think that's not our main goal at the moment. Our main goal is to win the game tomorrow, to get a good result. Watching it step by step, game after game. The Europa League is not a tournament where you can win without effort. So we know we have to fight tomorrow to put everything on the line to win the game, and that's our first concern for tomorrow. So we will be ready and hopefully get a good result tomorrow.
Okay, last two, Chris and Pete. Chris.
Yes, hi Ruben. In talking about the club's longer term goals these past few days, you've twice mentioned that you might not be part of it. Do you still have the self-belief that you can see this job through and turn the club around in the way that you hope?
Yes, what I mean is that we have to think as a club as a long project and not just solve things in this moment and try to. If you win the cup, we are in the bad position. If we won the Europa League, we'll be in amazing position in the next year because the problems continue here, even with the Champions League. So that's what I want to say, and I know that you guys make counts of my rescission, and so I'm just trying to show that I don't care, and I'm really confident on the big goal of this club. That's all. I'm trying to show the big picture to our supporters. That's all.
And you're confident in yourself that you can be the man to turn this.
That is clear. That is clear. I know what to do, but sometimes this is a result. It's a life of results, and you have to win games. So I know the consequences when we don't win games, but I'm really confident. Since day one, a little bit more frustrated, but I'm still confident.
Last question, Pete.
Hi, Ruben. Even with results going the way they have been, Are you still fully in with keeping the faith with your system? Because you've kept that all the way through. You've not changed it up. You've stuck with your philosophy, your way of football. Are you happy to stick with that? And do you feel that the players are becoming accustomed to it now?
I think it's quite simple. I think we talk about the system. I think the system is not the problem. It's the way of playing. You build up with three. You can build up with three, with two defenders and one midfielder going down. So it's quite simple. I don't see the football like that. The problem of our team is not the system. We have a lot of problems. We are trying to work on these problems. Of course, every system needs different characteristics. But I was always really clear, and I have one idea. I'm still really confident because I have an idea how to play football. I will not change that, no matter what. I will not change that. And I'm not talking about the system. It's the way I see football. I will not change that. And we are going to do it. Or not, we'll see.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.